Hi, hello students. Welcome to Let's Understand Physics. So, while swimming, we will be pushing water backwards and the water will be pushing us forward. So that only we are able to move forward in swimming. In the same way, a rocket also. In the same way, birds also. When they are flying with their wings, they will be pushing the air downwards and the air will be pushing the bird upwards. So all these are examples for Newton's third law. So what is Newton's third law? We will learn now. So Newton's third law says for every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. So everybody knows and it is very easy. So all of them will be using. If first law and second law, if people don't know also, they know third law. For every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. So here action and reaction are forces. Action, reaction. These two are forces and they act on two different bodies. They act on two different bodies. Very important. That's why they do not cancel each other. If they are equal and opposite also, they do not cancel each other. So we'll see one example. So as we have discussed now, while swimming, what happens? A man, when he is swimming, he will be pushing the water backward. So he is applying force. Man is applying force on water. This is action. So here man is first body and water is second body. Now the same amount of force is applied by the water on man. So water, what happens? Water applies force on man. So this is reaction. These two action and reaction form on two different bodies. That's why they do not cancel each other. So from here you can write first body and second body. Yes or no? So F12 is equal to, means first body applying force on second body will be equal to force of second body on first body, but the direction will be opposite. That's why you have to take negative sign. F12 is equal to minus F21. So based on this you have rocket propulsion, next walking, horse and cart moving. All these are examples for Newton's third law. Now we will see conservation of linear momentum. So you have learned already momentum. Linear means one direction, either horizontal direction or vertical direction. If the objects are moving along one direction, we say it as linear momentum. Okay, so here we'll take two balls of different masses, m1 and m2. I am taking m1 is greater than m2. So m2 is moving with u2 velocity, m1 is moving with u1 velocity. So here u1 is greater than u2. Okay, then only both of them are moving on the same line. So when u1 is greater than u2, for example, this is 60 km per hour and this is some 30 km per hour. Then if they are moving on the same line, what happens? Definitely after some time it will go and hit this. there is collision takes place. Collision takes place. After collision, they again separate and assume they are moving on the same line. So here after collision what happens? Their velocities will be changing. So I am just taking m1 and it is moving. Masses will not change, only velocities will be changing. The redistribution of velocities takes place. v2. Okay, so we'll just take first body momentum. Initial momentum means before collision. I am writing Pi1 is equal to m1 u1 bar, and it is for I, means before collision. Initial momentum I am taking. For second body, Pi only, but second body is equal to m2 u2 I. So then change in momentum will be represented with delta. We have already learnt. So delta Pi bar is equal to otherwise total momentum we will write first. After that change in momentum after collision we will write. So I am writing total momentum before collision. So delta total momentum Pti is equal to m1 u1 plus m2 u2. Understood this? Total momentum of this system. Just add, you will get total momentum. Now next, after collision what happened? Velocities got changed. So final momentum for first body Pf1 is equal to m1 v1, Pf2 is equal to m2 v2. So total momentum Ptf is equal to m1 v1 plus m2 v2. So according to Newton's third law, we have action is equal to minus reaction. Now we will find change in momentum for first body. So change in momentum we have already learned. I am writing first body's change in momentum delta P1 bar is equal to, so what is change in momentum? Final momentum minus initial momentum. So m1 v1 minus m1 u1. Next, change in momentum for second body delta P2 bar is equal to m2 v2 minus m2 u2. Okay. So rate of change in momentum we will write. Rate of change in momentum means you have to divide by time. You know delta P bar by T is equal to rate of change of momentum. So this is nothing but force. We have already learned. So I am writing F12 is equal to M1. I am taking here common V1 minus U1 by T. Understood all of you? Delta P1 by T. Okay. That is 1 on 2. Now next, delta P2 bar by T is equal to F21 is equal to M2, take common V2 minus U2 by T. Now according to Newton's third law, what happens? Action is equal to minus reaction. So you can take F12 is equal to F21 or F21 is equal to minus F12. So M2 into V2 minus U2 by T is equal to M1 into V1 minus U1 by T. T gets cancelled. Now m2 v2 minus m2 u2 is equal to minus I did not write, minus m1 v1 minus into minus plus m1 u1. Okay, separate u terms and v terms. So m2 v2, send this m1 v1 this side, plus m1 v1 is equal to m1 u1, take this u terms this side, m2 u2. So this is the answer. If you take f12 is equal to minus f21, you will get m1 u1 plus m2 u2 is equal to m1 v1 plus m2 v2. So m1 u1 plus m2 u2 is, we have already learnt, total momentum before collision. Yes or no? Total momentum before collision. m1 v1 plus m2 v2 is total momentum after collision. So when there is no external force acting on the system, when the momentum will be equal for total momentum before collision and total momentum after collision. Okay, understood? So when there is no external force acting on the system, the momentum is same, equal before and after collisions. So this is the principle of conservation of linear momentum. So based on this you will have problems. They will give you in this masses, any three velocities will be given and fourth velocity they will ask you to find. Sometimes initial velocities can be given 0 and they will ask you to find one of the final velocities by giving one final velocity. So we'll solve some problems on this in the next video. Thank you. So all of you please like, share, comment and subscribe to Let's Understand Physics for more concepts. So we'll see free body diagram also in the next video, free body diagram and model problems on free body diagram, and then we will do some problems on this conservation of linear momentum as well, so that you will understand. Thank you. Don't forget to subscribe.